What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Grease Eagle Gaming. I am Grease Eagle, and welcome back to our third episode of our Elden Ring Frenzied Crucible Night playthrough. This video series is going to be kind of a long one. It's going to be probably off to a slow start, a rough start. It'll probably be a few episodes before we get into actually being able to use the Crucible Night set or starting to really focus onto the Crucible Night run. But I want to do everything I can to make this as an enjoyable experience, learning experience, reach out to people, just kind of just be engaging. So with all of that being said, we're going to go ahead and hop into it and keep playing. Alright, so where were we? We got the Great Axe, and oh, go ahead, we did bump up our endurance a little bit to be able to run some of these other armors. So we'll go ahead and throw them on. Alright, well, let's see what we're looking at. So I do want to go ahead and keep moving around here, try to this bottom part of Lingrave before we get up into the Storm Gate and these areas. We're going to go ahead and try to just find as many of these dungeons, ever jails, side areas that we can do, try to beat as many mini bosses as possible, and just kind of level up a little bit more, bump some more into faith, and get whatever we might need. Before we do anything in Stormvale, we might go ahead and go to the Weeping Peninsula and do all of that. I feel like the Grafted Greatsword could be a fun one to run on this playthrough for a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and... yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and go and help Bach out. Beat those two side mini-bosses, the Beastmen.
Wait, well, you'll...
Let's see what we can find. Do we have anything to sell? Every little bit counts. Just got to take it a step at a time. And that's true for this game, and just for me in my personal experience, that's just good in life. I feel as though, even though I did just start this channel, I feel like I'm already getting too complicated with it. I'm trying to be better than I am, or act like I know everything about this game, or act that I feel like I could even make it big on YouTube, and I feel like I might be lying to myself a little bit, thinking that this channel is going to blow up. I know me, I know my own personal strengths, and unfortunately I just don't think that's me. However, I'm going to do everything I can to improve it and make myself better and make this channel better and give it the possibility of being able to survive. We'll see what we can do. Go ahead and go down here. Try to get the scarab. I can't remember which scarab this is, but anything could help at this point. Go and talk to the merchant down here and run through this dungeon real quick. Get over to the other side of the Dragon Communion Temple and kind of look and see if there's anything that we might want to take. Patience is going to be a key in this game. For me, not to get upset when I get killed or lose to these bosses. And honestly, for y'all just to kind of just hang in there with me. It's going to be rough for a while. I'm going to do everything I can to get better at this. I want to get better at this. I want to be able to use this as a way to improve myself and grow not only in my skill in gaming, but my confidence in myself. Oh. might actually use that one. But yeah, I want to also use this as a way to grow my confidence. I feel as though I'm a very introverted person. I kind of awkward when it comes to social situations, and frankly, I want to get better about that. I want to be better about being able to reach out to people and talk to them, and part of it's for myself, but part of it's also for me, my faith. I feel like, with me being a Christian, it's not right for me to just sit here and be still and feel awkward when I go and talk to all these new people, where I could be having a chance to talk to them about the Lord and about coming to Christ and trying to help these people, whoever they may be, the ones that are lost or broken, feeling like they matter. And that's what I want to do. That's what I want to use this channel for. And if me talking about my religion, if me talking about this kind of thing where I just want to reach out to people bothers you, and you feel offended, or if I say something in the future or do something in the future that might cause issues, then I'm sorry about that. But for me, my faith is more important than anything,
I don't want any trouble.
especially getting on here and becoming a YouTuber or getting a gaming channel going and being more or less blowing up. That's not important to me for this. This is for me to talk about my experience and for me to try to help anyone who might be seeking some help. That's what I want to use this for. That's what I want to do this for. This isn't going to be for me. All right. Not really used fireball bolts before, but the neutralizing boluses definitely will help. Go ahead and do that. We'll pick up these smithing stones. No skill on that. If I do find the buckler that's got the buckler parry on that, I might go ahead and pick that up because I feel like that's very useful.
All done? Well.
All right. I don't have a torch to be able to use in here, but I think we'll be all right. Yeah, I'm sorry about all the backstory I just put out there, but for me, I feel like I have been scared to say this kind of things because I've been... Okay, all right, dude, come on. It can't hurt that bad. You're still alive. All right, we'll go and help the crybaby. But yeah, no, I feel like it is important for me to talk about my faith. Kind of put it out there that, yeah, that's part of the reason why I'm doing this, is to reach out to people and talk to them about this kind of thing. For me, that's important. And I am planning on starting up an outdoor channel type deal, fishing, camping, hiking, that kind of stuff. That's kind of what I'm here for. So when that gets started, it's going to be the same thing too. And I might lean a little bit more into talking about my faith and bringing the word out and kind of just talking more about my personal experience and my walk. But for this one, I'm definitely not going to hide the fact. I'm not going to make it overt and constantly be talking about it. But for me, I feel like this is important. Well, never understood the summon that comes in the front of this door. Might be because this is a there we go. Alright. Alright, let's go get the other one. That one's more of a pain than this one, if I remember right. So we'll see what we can do. Yeah, that barbaric roar charge attack's pretty good. I like that. Oh, we got the sewing needle, so that's great. We'll go ahead and push up before we go back and talk to Bach. Get the grace that's over here, and I believe that there is another scarab over here, so we can see what that gives us. If this is the first video that you're watching, if you haven't gone back, or maybe this is the first video you found, you're just watching it just to kind of get an idea of who I am, what kind of gameplay I'm going to be doing, or just interested in general, I'll go ahead and re-explain what kind of the idea of my channel is here, but also this playthrough. But for this playthrough, we're going to call it the Frenzied Crucible night playthrough. So I have played Elden Ring before. I've gone through the DLC. I have beaten the game, and I am down to my last 2 achievements before I 100% it. And those 2 achievements, the first one is the Frenzied Flame ending, and the second one is obtaining all the legendary armaments. I've done probably 5 or 6 playthroughs of Elden Ring, but every single time I have forgotten to get the legendary armament that's on top of the dragon in Lindell. Or not Lindell. Actually, it might be Lindell. Or anyways, the End City before it turns into the Ashen Capital. So we're going to go ahead and go for that, and we're going to go ahead and do the Frenzied Flame ending. And with that, I kind of wanted to dive into kind of play the part, since I'm going to be doing this ending anyways, and I was thinking about it. So Frenzied Flame, for me, is kind of something, a virus that infects the mind, which, I mean, it does make sense because it is maddening. So I think I wanted to kind of take one of the enemies in the game that I considered to be pretty hard in my playthroughs, or ones that I kind of enjoyed fighting. And for me, that was the Crucible Knights. When my first couple of playthroughs, I hated the Crucible Knights. They were such a pain. I would cheese them as much as I could. I'd avoid them, and honestly, though, looking at them and watching their incantations, and especially in the DLC, you go ahead and fight a couple more, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed those fights, and their weapons are really cool. I was just never dived into a faith build at all, so I felt like I wanted to try that. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and try to get all the Crucible Knight gear and weapons and take on the role of a Crucible Knight. But we'll go ahead, and since we're doing the Frenzied Flame ending anyways, I figured we would go and make this a Frenzied Crucible Knight playthrough. Kind of obviously use the armor. We're going to try our hardest to use the weapons when we get them. It's not going to be a super dedicated run. I'm going to switch up the weapons, especially towards the end, at least the end game of the base game, where you fight the Radagon and the Elden Beast. They have a high faith and holy resistance, so we might switch it up. And I can see right now I'm using the Great Axe. We'll just kind of use the strength part of our build to run those weapons, colossal weapons, great axes, great swords, that kind of thing. But as much as I can, I'm going to be using all of the armor and weapons as much as I can. And we're also going to play into the incantations a little bit. I've never used them, and I've always wanted to because they look really cool. So kind of just a little bit of backstory about this playthrough that we're doing. And I'm working on the lore a little bit, but I'm not very that good at that kind of thing, at story crafting. So if anyone has any ideas or kind of wants to help add to the lore in any ways, then I will be more than willing to hear it out and take it into consideration, because for me, that's just my weakness. I'm not the most creative when it comes to creating lore and stuff like that. So, but yeah, so that kind of sums up the channel, or at least this playthrough for the channel. It's going to be a lot of games similar to Elden Ring, kind of the harder games, the games that people consider to be hard, or that, you know, might not have the highest player count. Games like this, like Elden Ring, pretty much all of the Souls games I kind of want to go through and play. There we go, Somber Smithing Stone, so we can go ahead and upgrade our Golden Halberd if we wanted to use that a little bit, which we might do. But also I wanted to play just games that are considered hard in general. I know that one playthrough that I'm wanting to do relatively soon is the Escape from Tarkov. Well, the Escape from Tarkov is wiping in August, and I've played it since it came out. But I've never gone for Kappa, and I think that this next swipe, me and a couple of my buddies were all planning on trying to do a Kappa run, and I'm gonna go ahead and record that one with them, and we're gonna have a playthrough of that, just going straight for Kappa. And another part of the channel that I wanted to kind of make real is that this is just a channel for me. This isn't because I'm good at any of these games or anything like that. I enjoy them, and I feel like a lot of YouTubers nowadays that you watch play these games, they're awesome at it, and they really are. Well,
Oh,
I do not like how he whines. That don't sound right.
wait. You got.
All right, all right, all right. Yep, take your needle. He just looks like he's constantly
I
surprised.
made you my mum, and that's so I always want.
All right, are you done now?
I'm your very. I always want.
All right, cool. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to show just a normal guy trying to play through these games. I'm definitely gonna rage a lot. There might be some times that I have to cut a video early because I just feel like I'm raging. And yeah, we'll just play it by ear and kind of go where we think go where the channel leads us. Kind of based on what people want to see, what I'm doing right or wrong, what I can do better, and maybe switch it up. We'll play some games I haven't played before, or get new games that come out. It's not going to be a dedicated to just these hard games, but pretty much any game that catches my interest that I feel like would be fun to record. All right, so we've gotten all of those. We've gotten this. We could go do the Bloodhound Jail, which we might do, but I remember not liking this guy. We'll play through a couple more before we go fight this and try to get to all of as well, mainly get the shield, the buckler parry shield, so that we can at least have some way of getting around his fast attacks. That's kind of be the way that I played through with the Crucible Knights as well. For them parrying was the easiest way for me to fight them. Yeah, so we'll just keep going on. I think I definitely feel like I'm missing some dungeons here, but for now we might go ahead and just go over to the Weeping Peninsula and fight that for a little bit. Oh yeah, we need to go and upgrade our golden halberd so I can use that with this deathrite bird that's up here. I guess we could go ahead and fight that Knight's Cavalry. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll go ahead and fight that guy. What's the worst that could happen? Yeah, we'll try it out. We'll use it. Yeah, pretty good. I enjoy the light running attack, the little poke. The rest of the halberd moveset's not my favorite. It's not bad though. Okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and try to fight this Knight's Cavalry and see how it goes. But yeah, I feel like I've been pretty hard on myself about this, about recording and kind of just acting like a YouTuber and acting like all these big game channels that I watch, and unfortunately or fortunately that's just not me. So I'm gonna play this how I want, stream how I want, record how I want, and if it takes off, that's great. If not, then I'm still gonna do this for myself, and if anyone does come across this and wants to subscribe or leave a comment or a like, then I appreciate it, because this is a way to help me boost my own confidence and my own self-esteem. Not that I have issues with that, but I feel like I'm not where I should be. I'm not as confident as I should be, and I want to use this as a way to boost that. But for now, we'll go fight this Knight's Cavalry, and then afterwards I might go ahead and talk about myself a little bit. Try to keep it relatively short, because you're not here to listen to me talk about myself. You're here to watch this gameplay and laugh at me, so give you as many opportunities as possible for you to do that. We'll go ahead and take these guys out. Alright, that should be all of you. Alright, let's fight this guy. Let's have some fun. Come on. Ow. Alright, well, I guess we could. Use the golden bell, get some damage up. Not doing too bad. Oh, yeah. Ah, come on, dude. You're almost dead. There we go. Give it to me. What do you give? I don't think I can use that on anything I've got right now. I already got our great axe from here. We'll just go in here so we can get our flasks back and keep moving. Might record a little bit longer today, or maybe try to cut it out so that y'all can still have a 40-ish minute episode, but I can try to get a little further in the game because I don't want to do 1 or 2 dungeons at a time. I feel like that would be very slow, especially I'm recording for about an hour right now, about an hour each playthrough, and with all the running around that I have to do, it can be a little slow, and I'm going to try to work on that, make it a little bit more fast-paced for you so that I can get to the build faster. We'll definitely try to work on that, try to move around a little bit with that. And I am going to be missing a lot of these pickups. I feel like they're not going to be useful. And I'm probably going to miss a lot of pickups on purpose or because I just can't remember where they're at. Maybe one day I'll try to do a magic build, but that's already been worn out a lot from everyone here, so maybe not. Maybe we'll just do this one playthrough on the channel, and if people want more, I can do it again, or switch it up, play something different. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and get started with this. Yeah, we'll go wrap around the backside so I can try to take out the mages up there. Dude. Alright, yeah, there we go. Alright, well, since we're working on this a little bit, we'll go ahead and talk about kind of who I am. But yes, so for my real name's Tyler. Kind of a little bit just backstory about myself. I grew up in the South. I do have an associate's degree in applied science. When I was 22, I joined the military. I joined the Air Force as a aircraft armament systems technician. And basically all that meant was that I loaded all of the fun things onto the jets. I loaded all the armaments, which included bombs, missiles, ammunition for the gun. I did everything on the F-15, specifically the F-15E, the Strike Eagle, which is partly why my username is Grease Eagle, is because a little bit of story on that people who work on cars are called grease monkeys, but I was a mechanic on the F-15, so that's why my username or my gamer tag's Grease Eagle, and that'll probably be it for a while. I might switch it up eventually or later on down the road if I feel like I need to kind of rebrand myself, but for the next couple years, at least next while, it's going to be what I'll leave it as. Alright, was there anything else in here that I was missing? Nope, doesn't look like it. Alright. Since that's done, we'll go ahead and keep going down to the Weeping Peninsula. Go through that a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to do the castle right off the bat. We'll figure it out. Now I do know that there is the scythe that's over here in the Weeping Peninsula that's a faith base, but I cannot remember how much dexterity that requires, and if it does require too much dexterity, I don't want to bump too many points into it, so we might keep running the Golden Halberd. Since this is going to be a strength faith run, I don't really want to do a dex faith. But I don't know, I don't have a solid idea of what I want to run yet, so we'll just play it by ear and kind of go based on the situation, based on what I feel like running. I just want to have fun more than anything. I want to be able to have a bit of a lore run, but I also just want to have fun and kind of enjoy this opportunity to play the game again and to do something new of recording and starting a YouTube channel. I mean,
Hello, might I bend my
29 years old, kind of
rebelled.
just a new thing I wanted to do, new hobby to pick up.
My good father decided him. I his servant, they've since come. I fear it, please. Would you mind my soul wish, please?
And we are gonna have to do this before we can
Deliver it to my
start the Frenzied ending, because I believe she has to die before the fingerprint maiden, whatever her name is, shows up in Lernia. So we'll go ahead and run through this real quick. Do all we can. Yeah, just some more hobbies of mine. I enjoy being outdoors. Like I might have left it out earlier, cut it out already, but for me, I want to start an outdoor channel along with the gaming channel, because I enjoy fishing and being outdoors, going on hikes, that kind of thing. And for the time being, I'm not gonna probably do anything with that channel just yet. Might try to get more comfortable on the gaming channel before I do that, but eventually I do plan on starting that, and it's going to be a lot of fishing content mainly. Kind of the same premise though, where I'm just doing this, just kind of showing a normal guy going around fishing these creeks. I don't have a boat, or at least not one that's running, and kind of a lot of it's going to be bass fishing, some cat fishing, and smaller stuff like that. But kind of just a normal guy going through it, just having fun. That's all this is going to be, just channel for fun. Reach out, talk about my faith, talk about the Lord, just kind of have fun with it, and reach out to people and meet some new people. That's all this is. It's just not for anything serious. It's not like I'm looking to do this as a career or anything like that. I'm not expecting it to even get nearly that big, but yeah. All right. I do like halberds on horseback because of that charged attack, and it knocks them up in the air. That is a lot of fun for me. I feel like it's a good horseback attack pattern. But yeah, we'll go ahead and try to fight this knight's cavalry, and maybe we'll go, and if it's still nighttime, we'll go try to fight the Deathblight bird. Can't remember what level everyone here is going to be. As far as like what level you should be doing this by. We'll just see. Play it a little safe. As I say that. should have golden valved. Ah. Ow. Okay. Unlucky. Alright. We'll go ahead and golden vow. Okay. He's fired up now. Alright, come on, nerd. Let's go. We got this. Give him another attack and then golden vow again. There we go. All right. Ooh, that's pretty good damage. Not bad at all. Rest up, and we'll go try to fight this Deathblight bird again. Not again. We'll go try to fight this Deathblight bird. Oh well, the Frenzied Flame Village is right here too, so we could probably go ahead and get at least one of the incantations. See what level it requires in faith, and we'll work towards that. I'm also not going to limit myself to just the Frenzied Flame incantations. I'm also going to use the pretty much any faith-based incantation we'll use as much as possible. I'm trying to get those bats to leave me alone before I go and fight this guy. Yeah. Okay. Bad start. Really bad start. That's gonna make me sick. You know, I wonder if my wife knows she married a masochist. Get him back over here. I can hear that golem going at it too. I hate these hit and run tactics, but they work. There we go. I don't think I'll be able to use that axe. Oh, I could. It's only a strength dex weapon. Dual wield axes would be interesting. Alright, you're getting real annoying. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and push through the castle, get all the way just about to the end where we fight the Beast Man to get the grafted greatsword. And right before we fight him, we'll end it, and then next episode we'll start it right as soon as we're about to do that fight. Let's go ahead and level up first. Yeah, I think we just need to bump up vigor. Get a little less squishy. Alright. Try to get some of these guys. We'll just pick them off one by one for now. Easy. Yep. Just this for now. Alright. At least they're easy enough to kill. But here's another weapon that I can definitely use. Claymore. Not all that much different from the great sword, the Lord's sword. But maybe we can look at getting the bastard sword and just use a colossal weapon. Alright. I believe that this is the torch. Yeah, the steel wire torch. I guess before we do that, oh, I did get the iron cleaver. That wouldn't be a horrible weapon. I believe that is an axe. Go here. Go ahead and kill the Mad Pumpkin Head. Easy. Alrighty. Go over here real quick. I must look real fancy right now with this quill sticking out of my back. Oh, you got a lot. So many quills.
I'm Edgar. You can see menial. They gave me good foul. I'm sorry, but whatever. Take this. I say thank you, but I can't. Even if they're sure that if her father.
Alrighty. Go ahead and go down and push our way through the rest of the castle Morn right up until we get about to that boss fight. And we'll call it for the day. Might be able to level up one more time. Just bump up vigor for now. Probably get it to 20 and then we'll start worrying about some of the other stats. I just wanted to get enough stats to be able to wield this, and then afterwards kind of is what it is. I don't think the Twin Blade Talisman's gonna be it. No. Yeah, unfortunately we don't have a lot of talismans we can use right now. Maybe I'll look up and see what the best ones will be. Probably the Charged Attack Talisman, or the Holy Scorpion Charm. for now until we get something a little better. I don't need you, but oh, that was close. Really, any of the animal type enemies kind of suck to fight. Alright, go ahead and just rest for a little bit. But, alright everyone, well, I think that'll end this episode of our Frenzied Crucible Night playthrough, but I know it's starting a little slow. It'll probably be, next couple episodes will be slow until I start getting into a build where I'll be able to wield the weapons better or get a little bit more damage out. In the meantime, though, I'll go ahead and look up and see kind of what other faith-based strength weapons we can get early game that we might be able to use instead of the halberd. I love the halberd, but just being able to switch it up and use some weapons I'm not necessarily comfortable with using. For now, though, if you manage to stick it out to the end, I really appreciate it, and I'd appreciate it even more if you could drop a like, comment, or even subscribe. Until next time, though, I will catch y'all later.